You mentioned to me that since October 7th, a lot of young people in the United States and in general have been showing interest in Islam. First of all, can you explain what you've been seeing and experiencing in terms of that trend?
Yeah, we have Quran TikTok trends where you had a few people that went on camera and said, I'm reading the Quran for the first time. And I think that that's the beauty of the faith of the people of Gaza, the beauty of their resilience. When you're looking at these people living what's hell on earth, but they're seeking paradise outside, and they're able to still be inspired towards words of faith and determination and certainty. You're like, what is their secret, right? What are they reading? What are they on that allows them to still face this brutality with such grace, right? I mean, they're not shouting profanities. They're not shouting, words of emptiness or despair, but rather they are pouring out their hearts that are full of faith for the world to see. And I think that a lot of people have seen that and said, what is that? And so, we've had multiple people come to the mosque. I've never seen more people become Muslim in my life, but not just that, but gain an appreciation for Islam. Like, what type of an engineering is there, that allows for people to have that type of faith? So people are opening the Quran for the first time. People are asking questions about Islam in a way that shows that they're inspired, even though they're heartbroken by what they're seeing.
What's a good way to get introduced to Islam? The faith, the spiritual experience of it.
Well, I think, look, you go to, our websites, you go to yislam.org, you come to Yaqeen's website, yaqeeninstitute.org, you go to multiple Islamic websites to get those questions answered. But there's nothing like going to a mosque. There's nothing like actually going to a mosque and meeting Muslims and asking questions. And I tell people, you have to step out of your comfort zone and go there and let your world be complicated a bit. Experience it, listen to the sermon, meet people from different backgrounds, and ask questions. Muslims love to be asked, by the way, about their faith, because they're so sick of hearing other people talk about it. So Muslims love to be asked about their faith. Palestinians love to be asked about Palestine because they're so sick of other people talking about it. So ask questions and you will have them answered. But there's nothing like a physical connection. There's nothing like a human connection. So definitely try to reach out to your local Islamic organizations and meet people.
How difficult is it to convert to Islam?
Takes 20 seconds, man.
Okay. What's involved?
Yeah.
Simple enough.
You testify to the one. There's no pool. There's no baptism. Like I often joke with people. I'm like, all right, we got the pool in the back. We're going to do the baptism now. It's literally testifying to the oneness of God and testifying that Muhammad is his final messenger. And so that's called the Shahada. And when you testify to the oneness of God and to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, being his final prophet, you are accepting what's known as the 6 articles of faith. 6 articles of faith are belief in one God, belief in the angels, belief in the messengers. So you can't be a Muslim without believing in Jesus or Moses or Abraham or Muhammad. To believe in the messages that God has spoken to humanity through divine revelation, the Quran being the last revelation, to believe in the day of judgment, and to believe in divine decree and predestination. So those are 6 articles of faith. So when you testify to the oneness of God and to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, being the final messenger, that's called the Shahada. You embrace the package of those articles of faith. That's the implication. Then you learn the prayers, you learn to fast in Ramadan. You give what's known as zakah, the mandatory charity, 2.5% of your retained earnings, and Hajj, which is the pilgrimage to Mecca, if you can. So that's the growth part, the journey. Once a person takes the testimony, they then grow. It's really interesting because we always have those people that convert to Islam like a week before Ramadan or even a day before Ramadan. So you're Muslim and you got to fast the next day, and that's always a challenging experience for people, but a fulfilling experience for many people when they embrace Islam at that point. And again, I mean, it's simple, and I think that the beauty of Islam to many people is in its simplicity: one God, one humanity, one body of prophets, and one community.